everybody, welcome back to another day of Vlogmas. It is Friday, December 13th. It is Friday the 13th and we're going to the Integratron, which is like the spookiest place that I go. So I'm pretty excited about this. So we are headed up into Landers, California, which is like just outside of Yucca Valley area there. So we are staying in Palm Springs, but we're heading up here and we're gonna do the Integratron today. We're gonna go and do a little hike in Joshua Tree, this hike that's been on my list for years. Very excited about it. And then we are gonna see what the rest of the night brings. But those are the two plans. So first off, the Integratron. I cannot wait. You have been on this channel for the main part of this year. You have seen us go there, but we'll show you again. We also just read a street sign completely backwards, so maybe now's not the time to confront these. Hi everybody. We have to buy a pass to the park because I forgot my annual pass. It's very embarrassing. So we're going into the visitor center right now. I'll tell you more about the Integratron, but we're headed in to get our parks pass for the day, for the week, and get a snack. Everybody's like, are you Christmas shopping? And I'm like, yeah, for me. But I want to show you. I don't need this, but it spoke to me. I'm just going to say that there needs to be like a chaperone program where when you leave the Integratron, you don't like go into places that sell things that are meaningful to you because you're feeling like woo-woo and one with the earth, and you know that these things will bring you joy, and then you want to buy things that you don't need, and so then you end up buying things that are wonderful, but you don't really need them. Like this amazing art of this spooky owl and aliens, and I don't know, it spoke to me, and if I left without it, I would be thinking about it for the rest of my life, so it's coming home with me now. Okay, so I sent husband in to get us water bottles because I want to tell you about the Integratron and how amazing it is. And this is my third time going, and it's always amazing, but it's always different. So if you remember my video from September, it was a different person doing the bowls. The person we saw today was the same person we saw in February. And I had a hard time getting into like my creative zone, which I wanted to like think about creativity and stuff, and my book and whatever, and I had a hard time getting into it, and I was like, okay, well, let me just like try to meet myself where I am, like why am I having this hard time? And then I just kind of tried to like relax and just like open up and be like, whatever's coming for me, like bring it. Which sounds threatening. I didn't mean to say it like that. It's not threatening. It's like open yourself up to like whoever's going to speak to you or whatever is going to come through for you. And what came through for me was this like feeling of like, man, if I was at home right now and I was pulling a tarot card, I would be pulling the devil card right now. So if you don't know tarot and you're not familiar with tarot, it's always used in like movies, like the devil and the death card are like very spooky and terrifying, and you're like, oh, it's like a, you know, bad omen. To me, those are two of my favorite cards. And what's terrifying to me is the tower. We don't talk about the tower. We don't talk about the tower is the Voldemort of I hate to even say that. I don't even like to talk about Voldemort anymore. That's how bad my J.K. Rowling situation is. Anyway, I had this feeling, I was like, whoa. I just like came to me like, if I had pulled a card right now, that would be, and I was like, okay, well, what does that mean? So for me, the devil card is kind of like always a checkpoint for me to be like, you are getting distracted by fear and anxiety or negative patterns, negative thought patterns that are preventing you from reaching your full potential, for being your truest self. Like when I pull that card, it's always during a time where like I'm having a lot of anxiety, or I've been worried about something, or I'm you know, afraid of something happening. And so like when I said to myself, like, I'm going to just open myself up and be like, what am I going to get here? That was the first thing that came to mind, was this image of that card. And I was like, okay, so does that mean that like I'm not able to get to that creative plane right now because I have these other things? So I was like, okay, we're gonna work through that. So that's what I like worked on, was thinking about like, what am I anxious about? How can I like work through that? Like, how can I feel like nervous about the world and what's going on and what the future is going to hold, and still be okay with working on myself? And so I spent like a good portion trying to like sort that all through and get right with it. And then once I did kind of work through that and like talk myself through it, then I was able to get some like really cool stuff. But what was really neat to me were a couple of things. Husband's back, so now he has to hear this whole spiel again that I've already told him. Last time I kept hearing rushing water, and this time instead of hearing rushing water, I was hearing static and like a crackling sound, kind of like whenever like radio static kind of coming through. And I was like, okay, that's like someone's trying to talk to me, but it's like blocked. And so that like helped me get to the point where I was like, okay, something's blocking me before I can like get into the right zone. And I did get into the right zone. And then I had to immediately, when we got out, like sit down in the car and write out the shit that I was thinking of. So anyway, I had to like immediately sit down in the car and write out these, like, these are the next scenes that I need to write. These are the ideas that I had. So, I feel like it took me a while, whereas when you're talking about it after the fact, I was like, man, what was the difference this time? And I realized that like last time, by the time I came up here, I had already spent like several hours the night before writing, and I was like, I knew this was a writing trip. It was before the election, so there was still a chance of hope in my heart, and I knew this was a writing trip, and I had already been writing the night before, so I was already in that like creative writing headspace. And right now I've been like stuck on all this other stuff that's been getting in the way and preventing me from like really working on my shit. So I feel better. I feel better. And so that was the big thing. So and then this time the color gray was coming through big for me. Like last time it was all like purples, and this time I got a lot of purples at certain points, but gray was like the one that kept coming back, this like very like calming gray. And I was like, dear Jesus, the universe is out here fucking telling me, Fox, settle your shit down. You need to relax. You need to go to your happy place, which is where I am right now. So that's convenient that happened. And yeah, so now I'm okay. But it was like, whoa, we had to go through like a whole learning curve today. And I'm glad that this was my third experience, so that I like knew like what to expect and how to get there, and I was able to like talk myself through it. And now I know for next time that if this happens again, that I can get there faster, because I can address, like, I think I thought, oh, you love the Integratron, it makes you feel so good and creative and you know, alive, and I thought like I'll just get there right away. And so I had this moment of like, why am I not getting there? Something's wrong, something's not right. So every day is a new day to learn some shit in the desert. So we're headed into the park. As I mentioned, I forgot my parks pass. Excuse me.
No, I'm holding in a cough.
Oh.
Finish your take.
I thought he was like laughing at me, like, of course you forgot it. So anyway, so we went in the thing and we had to buy, it's $30 for a 7-day pass. So like, that's not that bad. I don't mind giving money to the park because this park is my, you know, special place to me. So it was like fine, but I was like joking with the lady at the counter. I was like, we have to buy it. And I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing, because usually we just show we get you know, the National Parks annual pass, which pays for itself if you go to more than one park in a year. And I was like, so I didn't even know we come here or we go to the gate or how we do. And she's like, no, you're fine, you'll get it here. And she's like, you're supposed to keep your National Parks Pass next to your driver's license. And I was like, you say that, but you are talking to the girl who has lost her driver's license multiple times. So what you meant to say was, you need to keep it next to your husband's driver's license, because he's lost it less times than me. Anyway, we're headed into the park. We're gonna try to do the Eagle Cliff House Desert Queen Mine hike, and I'm excited, and I'm worried that I'm talking it up so much that we're gonna fuck it up and not make it this time either. But I downloaded the All Trails map, so we're gonna see what happens.
Layla. Yeah, what is this? You know how this goes, huh? Oh boy. Oh boy. I didn't like it. Advent calendar.
This is 55, babe.
Yeah, sounds just like we can do 55 on this road. Oh, this is my song. Oh, mines are closed, so the bath can be saved. All right, so we are now gonna head up towards the mines here. There's some cool old mining equipment we'll show you. So there's one of the old mines is there. It's closed over, you can't go in it. And then there's some like mining equipment up there. So we're gonna keep following along this for a little bit. It's beautiful here though. And there's also another mine like over there on the, there's that one. I'm trying to point this on the camera. The other one's over there. So, and last time we went down here, trying to find the Cliff House. The Cliff House is behind us, which we think we have figured out this year. So we've already gotten off the path a little bit because it was like unclear where the trail was. So we found the connection here, and I'm wondering if this is what we did. There's like 3 different trails that all go around the same area, and I think what we did last time was we went out, and then instead of coming back to where you can see the mining house, we accidentally went back Lucky Boy Loop and came back that way. So we'll see. Okay, here's one of the creepy mines. So you can't go in any of these mines. This is not safe, so it's blocked off, but very spooky. And this is where we thought like maybe the monsters from the movie The Descent would live. We're probably further in because it's a little too much daylight here. Spooky tunnel. So this is what we're going up here. This is all uphill. Whoop. We are going to be over. It's, if you see my watch, it's at 3.68 right now. Or I'm sorry, 1.68 right now. And we're definitely going to be over 3.4 by the time we get up here. But still going, still on the path according to the All Trails map. So this is definitely not the way we went last time. So maybe we'll see something. All right, we are at the top of this section here, which, I mean, not that that means anything to you. So when you come to this weird, creepy cave, up to the right, that's the split to the Lucky Boy Loop Trail. You don't want that. You want to continue on this way. You want to go down here. That looks like it's not a trail, but it is. You can see it's a trail. It's just very bouldery. Come around here. You see where husband is. The trail continues that way. So we came from there. Now we're coming around this way. And it flattens out. And I think we are here. I can see it. I can see it! Oh my God, we made it. So it wasn't that split like I thought at the beginning. It was the split where the path looks like it goes up, but that is the other trail connection. Oh, thank you, All Trails. Oh, look at that. Spooky. It's not like even really blocked off. You can go down there. All right, we're going in. That person over there is my sister from another mister or something, because they just said, I have a picture idea. They sound just like me. There we go. Oh, wow. Husband was like, you dragged me all this way up these fucking mountains to go into this cave. And yes, I did. Look at it. Wow. Man. All right, who else is with me that if you were a child and this was in the woods behind your house, you'd be late for dinner every day because you were just like, I'm in my cave and I live here. This is so cool. This lived up to the hype of all the years I've been waiting to see it. No mountain lions or coyotes in here. We're good. Wow. Here's the other direction coming out. Okay, very exciting. Look what this is. It's log cabin syrup, which is like my favorite little brand of syrup. This part's all worn off, but you can definitely see the part on the front that says log cabin. So cool. And then when you come out, this is the view. Look at that. I mean, that was your house. This was the view. Like 1884 or whatever. That's about as best as it can get. It's not just like, I don't know, seeing it right now on camera here. I wish you were here. I wish I could transport you here to this magical, beautiful, amazing sunset. We have sunset on the one side, moonrise on the other. Like we are like directly in between the most magical shit right now, which is a pretty great way to feel. are home. It was freezing in the park, so we came home and I was trying to warm up, and then I was getting sad because today was too good of a day, and so I was like, you know what will fix that? Strip mall sushi. It always does. That's the robot I was telling you about. Bye!
Not made up.
All right, everybody, I'm going to close out this day's vlog here. We had a wonderful time. I mean, the whole day was great. The Integratron was great. The park was amazing. I had no idea that when we came out of that hike that we were going to be like right in the center where you could see the sunset and the moonrise. Like, when I tell you that was like feels like a once in a lifetime kind of incredible moment. Like, that was what it was like. So awesome. Of course, it's like dark at 5 o'clock, so that's not awesome. But we came back and I had a video to finish editing while we like drank a lot of water and tried to recover from being out in the cold air. And then we went and got that sushi. Joyce's sushi, man, it's a lot. It's like literally a lot of food. Very good though. A little bit more expensive than maybe we normally spend for sushi because we have a really like amazing and very affordable place up the hill from us that we usually go to. But it was a great experience. Everybody was so nice. All the servers were so nice. They gave us a free calendar, so that was pretty exciting. And yeah, and then what's that? Oh, and they had the little robot. The robot was like the cutest thing. The robot did not come to our table, but it came to the table across from us, so we still got to see her in action. And yeah, I would definitely recommend if you're in. There's also one in Rancho Mirage, so if you're in there or Palm Springs, there's a Joyce's Sushi. So just think about how much appetite you have because the portions are bigger than you think they are. So, but then we got a sweet treat at Ralph's, and then we watched some Friday the 13th. That they were having a marathon last night on Showtime or something. Was it Showtime? And yeah, and then I went to bed. I made it through the first like 3 or 4 kills and I was out. So today we are going to the dog parade, the holiday dog parade at Booze Hounds, and so I will show you that in the next video. So thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe if you are new here, and as always, my friends, take care of yourselves and take care of each other, and I will see you in my next video.